Hey guys, Claudio Valdivia here with the THiNK Real Estate team. I want to welcome everybody to episode 8 of the THiNK 30 series. Today we're going to be talking about social media, and I have recruited my mentor and good friend Melanie McDaniels to kind of walk us through what it looks like to utilize your social media account to forward your business. Before, people used to say, don't judge a book by its cover. While that story still holds true, we are definitely being judged by our social media presence and the things that we share and the things that we post and a litany of things. Melanie is an expert on this, as she has walked away from being a full-time real estate agent to being a remote worker. And a lot of the work that she does is obviously done through social media and those platforms. So without further ado, I will let Melanie McDaniel take it away.
Hey there. So social media, and depending on which platform you use, you have to consider what your business is and who you're trying to attract, who your avatar is, and go to that social media. So the big players would be like Facebook. I think everyone should have a Facebook business page. Instagram is definitely trending now. You should spend some time learning how to work with Instagram. LinkedIn is great for professional services, financial, real estate, things like that. A lot of business gets done on LinkedIn. So those are kind of your three heavy hitters. If you can do YouTube, YouTube is a search, has a search engine. So some of them are just interactive, where you look at something and it disappears. Some are a search engine. Pinterest is a search engine. YouTube is a search engine. So when people are trying to find a topic, they're more likely to land on you if they're typing in something that has to do with, the topic and that you're speaking about the topic. It'll drive traffic to your social media. Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, they're more relational. So to build your best presence, you just have to think about what your business is and what's going to work best for that. So we'll talk about Facebook first. Facebook, you have personal pages, you have business pages, and you have groups. So every business should have a business page. I mean, you can have your personal page. You have to have a Facebook account. You should have a business page. And then you should have a group of some sort, and maybe even a couple of groups. One could be a closed group for your closest clients, or one could be public. That's where you are the expert in the group. They've joined your group because it's your group. So I would say a page and a group for sure. The page is more business stuff, more putting information out there. The groups are more of the interactive side. So that at a minimum for Facebook. Instagram, I would say have a business Instagram page, and you can do that. It's just the algorithms are a little different for business, and Instagram recently did some updating. It was a couple months ago and made it kind of hard for businesses, but and the hard part is just that if you look like a robot, they're going to turn you off. I was struggling with that back in January, February. If I was posting more than a couple posts back to back, it would shut me down for 24 hours. That I couldn't post for 24 hours because it looks spammy. So anyway, the business ones just have more scrutiny, but Instagram wants to have a business. They want you to have business accounts because that's how they make money, because of the ads and things. So anyway, I would definitely have a business one, depending, of course, how you run your personal life, your personal Facebook and your personal Instagram. If you're posting political stuff all the time, or pictures of you drinking, doing wacky stuff, you're going to be judged on your personal profile. So make sure your business profile is clean. Recommend keeping your personal profile pretty clean too. But so those are just some of the basics. LinkedIn is a great place to write original content. All of the platforms like original content, of course. So don't, if you do a YouTube video, don't just post the YouTube video. Actually embed the video into wherever you're uploading it, especially LinkedIn. What else, Claudio? Like, what are the things you want me to talk about?
So you touched on a topic on Facebook in regards to personal page versus a business page. How do you feel about if somebody, obviously they want to have both, but if they are, how do you feel about somebody that's posting personal stuff? How should somebody interact? Should they put on this is my business cap, this is my personal cap? I kind of know the answer, or I think I know what you're going to say, but how should somebody interact when they have all these different platforms going?
Well, as anybody who knows me, I always preach a couple of things, and one of them is just be you. So if you have a business page, don't just be all robot-y business. You have to show part of yourself, and that's what draws people into you, that a better connection. If they know you, they can know, like, and trust you. If you're just a Walmart webpage with no person behind it, it's very corporate feeling. If you're trying to connect with people and bring in clients or whatever the purpose of your business is, you do want to throw some personal stuff in there, maybe pictures with you and your pet or your family, or you, or some beautiful place you're at because you're traveling or whatever. Just bring, I like to bring personal stuff into my business page a little bit, maybe 1 or 2 posts a week. And now another level within Instagram and Facebook are stories. So in your feed, you want most of your professional stuff to be just a trickle of a couple little things here and there that are personal. But your Facebook stories and your Instagram stories should be very personal, and they should be very raw, genuine, authentic videos. You know, don't over edit, don't overthink, just constantly post on stories. Gary Vaynerchuk, if you would follow him, he has tons of tips about content and the use of the stories versus the regular feeds. The premier way to post is create a video. Start with video. Why? Because a video can become a blog, can become a meme, can become a quote, can become a short form post. But if you start with the highest thing, which is a video recording, you have more options. Video, post, you know, you can reuse the content so many times. If you just write a blog or you just write a post, you can't create a video out of that very easily. Can I answer your question and add some more too?
Yeah, and I love that tidbit because as a what's the term a buddy of mine used to always say, I'm an ambitiously lazy, and starting with video and getting all of that squeeze out of it makes total sense. So there's also those 3 platforms, or 3 major platforms that you talked about: Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. Is there any particular content that you would say this has to go here? Obviously for Instagram, it's a photo platform, it's a photo sharing platform. Kind of talk to us about that.
Well, I would say LinkedIn is definitely more articles, sharing of articles too. You don't always have to have original content that's yours. Facebook and Instagram, I would say, are more photo, video, but you could post articles there or share articles. Don't always just have your own stuff. Share other people's articles too, because it shows that you're out networking and researching yourself, and you know, a subject matter expert. You're not just in a box by yourself. Instagram, and what's important across all of the platforms, if you just post stuff all day long, you go in, okay, I'm writing 2 posts today, post, and you go on with your business, no one's going to come. You have to venture outside of your own Facebook page and your own Instagram stories and Instagram and LinkedIn, interact and draw people in just simply by engaging with them. It's, if you just try to do everything and think people, why aren't people coming to my site? Well, you have to go make an effort. You have to go add value to other people, and you have to go engage to get people back to your site. I'm not sure I completely answered your question, but Instagram for sure is video and imagery enabled. So, and then Instagram can get pretty technical with the art side of it, where you don't want just a bunch of the same posts. You might mix a scenery and then a person and then a quote and then so when you look at a feed, you don't notice this, but when you look at someone's Instagram account and you have the 3 across, the 9 or 12 or whatever on a page, it should be visually appealing. This is pretty advanced, but I would start at least considering that. And then consistency with, depending on your business, if it's a real estate or an investor selling houses or something, doing the same style of photos for homes is pleasing to the eye, using a palette, or what are those things called that kind of make everything, the colors the same? A filter. Using a filter that's just, that you always use on everything you do, it just is appeasing to the eye. So mixing in audio, visual, video for Instagram. Facebook, I would say, should be a mixture of personal posts, photos, quotes, asking questions, draw in, comments, likes, and shares, because algorithm wise that Facebook likes that. And then sharing other people's posts or articles. And then, like I said, with stories should be personal things you're doing or some information you're sharing, or just being human on the stories is very appealing to people. Maybe if you're struggling with something one day, or you're having a great day, or celebrating something, or you're sad for something, share all of those things. LinkedIn is very professional. I wouldn't get too crazy on LinkedIn, although there should be a touch of personality and personal stuff on LinkedIn, but for the most part, quite professional. And when you engage with people on LinkedIn, it's a great platform to go engage, but don't be a robot, because it's very obvious. It's a place to get business done.
Phil.
It's a place to get business done and draw in business, but I'm sure you guys, like, I've gotten plenty of these where it's like, oh, I see you're a real estate agent, you could probably use this thing I got, and it's just very canned. It's not personal. They didn't say, oh, hey, I saw this one post you made and you made this comment about having issues with this, I have this product that could help you. No, they're just canned. So if you are going to go engage, whether on any of the platforms, don't just copy and paste some robot thing in there and think you're getting away with it, because you're not. You're dealing with humans, so treat them like humans.
So in order for somebody to see this video, they're going to have to be on some sort of social media platform. Do you recommend, if somebody, a lot of us older folks are kind of stuck in Facebook, the younger folks are on TikTok and Snapchat and so on and so forth. If somebody's stuck on a particular if they're stuck on a particular social media outlet and they haven't mastered that, would you recommend that they immediately jump into the other three major players that you talked about, or should they get proficient with one and then move on to the next one? What are your thoughts there?
I would say at a minimum Facebook and Instagram, and LinkedIn. And if
should they go?
Honestly, I can't speak about TikTok and if business gets done there. I'm sure someone has.
I'm talking about the three major ones. If somebody's stuck on just one, would you recommend that they venture outside of that one and incorporate the other two? Let's say they're stuck on Facebook, but they don't have an Instagram account and they don't have a LinkedIn account. Would you recommend that they get really proficient at posting regularly on Facebook before they move on to the other platforms, or just deep dive into the other two and kind of build the consistency amongst all three platforms?
Personally, I would say be on all three, because you can just regurgitate and repeat all the content. Maybe not at the same time, but stagger it, because if people follow you on all the platforms, they'll see that, because at some point you'll want to have kind of different content and stuff. Some stuff can be shared multiple, but starting out, I mean, if they're doing nothing with Facebook except cat videos and toilet paper memes, because it's being filmed during the coronavirus, like thing. And they don't know how to engage with other people. Sure. I mean, I guess master Facebook first, but I feel like, I don't know, I can't even wrap my mind around someone not being on at least two social media platforms in our modern day. Mm-hmm. But yeah. And with another thing we haven't talked about too much is the consistency of posting. You can, on Facebook's schedule posts, you can take one day of the week and schedule everything for the next week for Facebook. Instagram, there are some bots that can do that, but with algorithms and stuff, it's just you have to be careful and know what you're doing with those. Otherwise, shut your business Instagram account down. LinkedIn, I don't know of a way to schedule posts, so they have to be in real time. So I don't know if I answered your question. I think if someone's only on Facebook and they just post cat videos, they probably should literally stay on Facebook and figure that one out. But for the most part, I think most people are on Facebook and Instagram at least. LinkedIn is great for professional services. So I would say just go in on all three if someone was just getting started with their business stuff, but they're proficient in the regular cat video stuff or family stuff, whatever. If they have regular accounts and no business accounts and they feel comfortable, I would say just go create business accounts on all of them. If you're serious about what you're doing and you're ready to actually launch whatever it is you're launching, do it all. If you're dabbling and this is a side gig for you and you have a regular job or something, then just do what you have time for. But if you're going to do it right.
Hmm. Very cool. We're getting ready to wrap this thing up. Did you have any parting thoughts?
Parting thoughts? Only partying thoughts.
Quarantine.
No, partying. No, I don't think so. Consistency is the best. Connecting with humans. I always say, provide value, give, receive, right? I think Gary Vaynerchuk has one of those. It's the 51-49 or something like that, where you give 51%, you receive 49% back, something like that. Just give more than you receive, and people will just come. Provide value, and they'll come. Be human, be genuine, and engage meaningfully, and they will come.
Very cool. Awesome. Well, thank you, Melanie, for providing all of that information to the viewers of this Think 30 series, episode 8. We appreciate you guys watching. We hope that you received 51% value in this post, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much. Have a great day.